Hey everybody, Truman here from Truman H Fishing. Today I wanted to talk about the top 5 best bass baits for beginners. Yeah, let's get into it. So before I start, I wanted to talk about all you beginning bass fishermen out there, bass anglers, whatever you want to be called. It can be super overwhelming when you just want to start out. You're trying to look for all the gear, all the right baits, and all that good stuff, right? And it can be kind of overwhelming. You have all kinds of different sizes of baits. You have different colors. You got different rods, different reels. This rod's better for this. This reel is better for that. And so I kind of wanted to start a little series and see if I could help y'all out a little bit. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the very first bait that I want to talk about is this one right here, crankbait. So crankbait is super easy to get into and super easy to learn how to use. So there's a couple different types. You got square bodies, you got lipless, all that good stuff. Basically, what happens is you tie your line in right there, this little eyelet right here, right? And the water pushes on it like this and makes it dive down. Kind of get a little wobbly action. Some of them have rattles, like this one doesn't have a rattle in it. I think this one right here next to it does. Yep, has a rattle in it. It just changes it up a little bit. These are super easy to fish. Usually just retrieve them, and you can kind of vary the speeds based on how the fish are reacting. If it's warm outside, you can go a little faster. If it's cold outside, typically you can go slow it down just a little bit. You just do that by how fast you reel it in. Anyway, they're super easy to use. They come in a lot of different colors, a lot of different sizes. It's good to have just a general understanding of what kind of water you're going to be fishing in because they only dive so deep. So like this one, trying to see, I don't know how deep this one dives, nor this one. I've got no markings on there. But they come in different sizes where the bill here, or whatever it's called actually officially, I don't really remember. Some will dive, a foot down, 2 feet down, 3 feet down, 4 or 5. You get the picture, right? So yeah, first one, crankbait. Second one, another thing about the crankbait is, so it dives down deep, or dives down and hits and goes towards the bottom. You kind of bang these up against the bottom a little bit, and they wobble, and they mimic bait fish, crawfish, whatever, swimming across the bottom, and bass will go out there and go after it. Second bait for beginners is spinnerbait. And the reason I chose spinnerbait for the second one is because, again, it's super easy to use. Typically use them on windy days, and you literally just cast it out and you just retrieve it. Again, similar to a crankbait, you can vary the speeds. So you can reel it in kind of slow, let it kind of hop off the bottom maybe, kind of reel it a little faster, get it up on top, a little further up in the water column. It just depends on where the bass are, where they're biting at the time. But they come in a wide variety of colors. You got different sizes. And the thing about these is, which I forgot to mention on the crankbait, but the blades here flash in the water. That's typically why I use them on a windy day, a little murkier water. The blades will flash and will show, or they mimic bait fish, a little school of bait fish or bait fish period, swimming around in the water. And it's important to remember that bass are predators, and so they will ambush light like this. So here's 2 different kinds that I've got here. Both got little willow blades on them, but and again, different variety of colors. The third bait that I've chose to talk about today is a swim bait. Again, I chose a swim bait because it's another super easy bait to use. So this particular swim bait, I believe it's a search bait, like a 360. Yeah, from Storm or something like that. I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, this swim bait here, you can see it's a soft plastic body, and then you got a jig head. And let me see if I can pull that apart a little bit. You can see here you've got a soft bait body, and then you have a little jig head. Just one way that you can rig it up. And basically all you do is you throw it out and you just retrieve it. And again, you can vary the different speeds, you can do different things, little twitches, little pops here and there kind of stuff, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. But they're generally pretty easy to use. You have weedless, you can do a weedless option. This one is not, but you can do a weedless option. As you progress, you can do underspins and stuff like that. This swim bait right here, you can see it's just a body. So you could rig this up weedless however you wanted to with a weighted hook, however you wanted, really. Just depends on the situation, what you're trying to go for. So, all right, the fourth one, I bucketed these into two, or into the same one, these two different baits. Hate me all you want, but to me they're a little bit of the same. So I did a popper, I said a popper and a frog. And the reason I said that is because there's a lot of frogs are poppers. You see them this one right here. It's got a little scoop in there, a little cup, if you will, so it can scoop water as you pop across. But poppers are super easy as well. So these are top water, and you throw them out, and they float on the water, and all you do is pop. You just take your rod and you pop it. You vary it up just a little bit. You can do pop, pop, rest, pop, rest, pop, pop. You get the picture. But what it does is this little cup right here, it splashes water out and kind of irritates the surface of the water and gets bass, kind of gets them going, gets them looking for that top bite. But also, you hear some of them have rattles, some don't. But I bucketed them with the frog because, like I said, a lot of frogs do a popping as well. The main difference is with a popper, I would not throw it in a lot of structure or a lot of cover, a lot of brush, anything like that. Frog, perfectly fine to throw it on lily pads, throw it in some brush, whatever. Because you see the hooks are significantly, I've got this one tied up, but these are treble hooks, and these, the frogs, they have the hooks on top, so it doesn't get snagged up. Super versatile, super easy to use, different sizes, different colors, all that good stuff. Anyway, moving on. So number five, I went with just a bait that I feel will teach you a lot about how fish react and how to be a better angler or fisherman, all in all. I chose a worm. You hear these called Cincos, whatever. There's a bunch of different names out there for them, but essentially it's just a worm. And the reason I chose this is because, like I said, it'll teach you a lot about fishing, how bass react to different baits during different times of the year, different cold fronts, whatever, weather, all that good stuff, because they will react differently to them. It also gets you good at recognizing and understanding colors to use when in certain types of bodies of water, right? And we'll get to that in another video one day, but you can rig these up in a ton of different ways, which I will also do another video for that as well, kind of showing you guys a couple of different easy ways to rig up worms. Yeah, they catch fish. So if you're a beginner and you're looking out there trying to figure out what to go get, I would take a look at all 5 of these, or whatever, however many you want to look at, and look at that kind of look at these baits and think about maybe going maybe grabbing a pack of these or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this content or you want to learn some more, I'm going to do a couple more of these videos. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe as well. Let me know if there's any baits out there that I missed that you thought would be a good one for a beginner, or let me know if you've got any issues with them. I'm happy to try to help. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.